video is designed to show you how to best study for the material in MyMathLab. So we know that each section that you have is going to have a reading check ahead of time, and then you're going to cover the actual homework section. You had reading checks due on Sunday, and if you weren't able to complete those reading checks, just reach out to me. I don't mind opening those back up. I know this first week is just kind of getting used to things. So when you need to do a reading check, there's a couple different places that you can go to access the material. What I recommend is just messing around with them in the first couple of weeks to figure out what works best for you. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can skim through the material in order to be prepared for your reading checks and for the lectures that we're going to have. So the first one I want to mention is the e-text. So everybody has a copy of the textbook when you log into MyMathLab. You don't actually need this physical textbook right here. You can simply just click on e-text, and it will bring you very slowly to the textbook that you have. It's in HTML. It has a screen reader. It allows copy-paste. So make sure that you find a system that works for you where you're able to grab the material right from this textbook. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's being so slow. And when we click on the e-text, it's going to bring us into the book itself. So if you like physically reading the sections, you can certainly do this. This is a good way to go in terms of just, knowing what's going to be in there. Of course, you don't have to look at the example problems or the practice problems. Your reading checks don't have any actual math solving problems in there. It's all reading comprehension from this section. Sorry, it takes a long time for the e-text to load. I'll probably trim this video a little bit. But here's the e-text itself. Up here in the top left window, you can click on this to navigate around into the different sections. So we're in chapter 1 right now. So you can certainly click on this and go through. Maybe you're ready to read section 1A. You can click on section 1A now, and it'll lead you right to that section in the book where you can skim through the material. So I really like the e-text. It's a more traditional way of prepping through the material. It allows you to just kind of skim. If you're old school book reader, this is the way to go. If you are not an old school book reader, and many of us aren't, that's okay. You have lots of different ways that you can go and access the material other than just reading the book. So the other one that I really like is down here in Multimedia Library. If you click on Multimedia Library, it brings you to the search engine. I'm going to click on chapter 1, and I'm going to select all the different kinds of media type that's available. What this will do is this brings up everything that I'm able to look at. I can look at the textbook right here as well. So if you don't want to go through the e-text, this may be a little bit quicker of a way to navigate. So here are all 5 sections of chapter 1. We're only covering 1A, 1C, and 1D. The one I really like are these PowerPoint presentations, which I'm making PowerPoints as well that are similar to these but not exact. And then I'll be speaking over those PowerPoints during our regular recorded lectures. And then lastly, if you want to look at actual examples, they have all the different examples from each section here. So these are really good if you're working on the homework and you just need a quick refresher and you don't want to look through the entire lecture video. The unit overview here in the beginning is a great way to just kind of see what's going on in this chapter. So the videos here are really, really good for actual examples that you're doing for the homework. For the reading checks, I recommend either using the PowerPoint presentations or the actual textbook itself. So once you get in a rhythm in MyMathLab of just kind of reading through the material and studying it, it'll make the reading checks and the homeworks a whole lot easier. So like I mentioned before, if you're struggling through this in the very early weeks, reach out to me, let me know. I don't mind going through and granting an extension in the early times, just as long as I know that you're getting it and you're getting comfortable with what's asked of you.